Earlier I wondered what Ouroboros even means, so I did the old Google thing. It turns out, it's this ancient symbol. You've probably seen it before, a snake or a dragon eating its own tail. It's been used in a bunch of cultures to symbolize things like eternity, the cycles of life, and everything being connected. It's pretty deep. And every bottle has a little blurb on it. I'll throw that up on the screen. But, Ouroboros hot sauce goes beyond heat by embracing transformation, celebrating unity and diversity, and unlocking new possibilities through the infinite journey of growth and flavor. Ouroboros is a reminder of the infinite potential within ourselves, our food, and in our world. Embrace the circle, embrace the journey, embrace the heat. I like it. It's cool. Notice that you got to refrigerate it after opening, according to them. It's produced in a vegan facility, and then they got the cool. It looks like I'm going to think the heat levels are on a level of 1 to 5. And so today, when I start eating them and tasting them, I'm going to start with the lowest level, which is this one here. Before we get into that, here's what I got going on. I got Trader Joe's mac and cheese with hatch chilies as my base. I'm not one of those chili heads who eats hot sauce straight off a spoon or a cracker. It's like I need it with real food. And mac and cheese with hot sauce is my favorite meal, one of my favorite meals. Also, here I'm at work. I have to do this tasting on my lunch break. So I got to eat something real. So I'm going to taste it on Trader Joe's hatch chili mac and cheese. Don't worry, I'll pour enough on that you won't taste the hatch chilies. Let's get started. All right, so again, I'm starting with the lowest that I got. I've got the Unity sauce. It's a level 2 out of 5. Let's look at the ingredients. So this one we got pineapple, bell peppers, Ouroboros brine, which is water and salt, poblano peppers, jalapeno peppers, carrots, onions, distilled vinegar, garlic, and rosemary. So that's the Unity, poblano, pineapple, rosemary. I took the seals off, but let's open it up. There's a lot of allergens in Sacramento right now, so my nose isn't working the best, but I do smell the pineapple, and I do smell the rosemary. Obviously, I'm getting the vinegar. I would say as far as the fermented, it's not like super funky. Like I don't think I'm getting super funky. Let's pour it on. Pours out pretty quick. It's a little bit, I would say, like not watery, but it's pours out pretty easy. Poured a good slug on this corner of my mac and cheese. Okay. Pineapple comes right off the nose. Little bit of funk in there, and you kind of, the rosemary, you do get that astringency from the rosemary. If that's the right word for it, I'm not a professional taster, but it's good. Very mild. So adding it to my mac and cheese, I'm barely picking up any heat. I'm not a super crazy chili head, but I'm not picking up a whole lot of heat. I could see that being really good on tacos, enchiladas. I would give this to my kids. Like it's very good, not very hot at all, and has a good flavor, and a good sweet flavor too. All right, next up, I'm going to a level 3 on the heat scale on Ouroboros. So this is the Renewal. The Renewal's the Fresno, Louisiana style, and your ingredients are the Ouroboros brine, which is again is water and salt, Fresno peppers, and distilled vinegar. So they're kind of keeping it simple. Louisiana style, maybe we're talking Tabasco here, and it's a 3 on the heat scale. Again, I took the seals off and I've shaken them. I have not opened them yet, so I'm just doing the quick open right off the line here. There's more odor on that, stronger odor. It's got your Fresno chilies. You get the vinegar, pretty clean, and maybe a little bit of the funk, a little bit of fermented funk. It's watery like a Tabasco. Pour it on here, getting a good dab. So it's kind of a vinegar style sauce. Good clean flavor, bright flavor. I do get the flavor of the Fresno chili, so kind of the fruitiness that you would have from a Fresno chili's coming through pretty clean on that. Definitely a little heat there. And it's building, I think. I would say the heat on that one is still like less than a Tabasco. So it poured out pretty good. You can see it does pour pretty good, and the bottles don't have stoppers. Like, it's pouring out pretty heavy. For the amount I just ate, I think that's less heat than a Tabasco. That's really good. And so I would definitely go for that as anywhere I would use a vinegar-based sauce, a Louisiana-style chili sauce. I would replace Tabasco with that happily. And the heat's not building. Like, I'm feeling pretty good, fine. I wouldn't necessarily give that one to my kids or give a big dose to my kids, but I'm not getting blown out of the water on this one. Next up, we're going to go to the Infinite Heat, a roasted Fresno habanero. And Ouroboros is putting this on a 4 out of 5 on their scale. And let's see what they got in this. The Ouroboros brine, roasted Fresno peppers, habanero peppers, and some vinegars. So I think the difference between the two, the Louisiana style is not roasted, and then this one's all roasted Fresnos plus Hobbs. So let's have a look. Open it up. It's a similar nose to the Louisiana style. Doesn't come as vinegar forward. It smells more like a Fresno chili. It smells good, and I would say not very much funk at all. Again, a wide mouth pour. They come out pretty watery. They've not been thickened, so it pours out pretty good. You can definitely get plenty of the bottle onto your mac and cheese. Let me get a good bite here. It's fruity. You can taste the Fresnos. And I can taste habanero, the flavor of the habanero. A little bit, not much. It's not overpowering. My wife doesn't like habaneros. She might like this one. She might not be overpowered by the habanero on this one. And I think I'm gonna have a little more. It's pretty good. The heat, again, I'm putting it on a bunch of mac and cheese, so not taking it straight on a cracker, but the heat's very manageable. Ooh, I got a little more heat on that bite, and it's building. Again, for the amount I just poured out onto my mac and cheese, super accommodating. Like, I don't think that's gonna hurt anybody. I mean, except for your most sensitive palates. Not a whole lot of funk either. Maybe the heat's building a little, but for me, it's very comfortable and not overpowering. And finally, Dawn State Mandarin Habanero. Ooh, I'm excited about that. So this one's also 4 out of 5 on the Ouroboros scale. And the ingredients here are the Ouroboros brine, mandarin oranges, carrots, habanero peppers, red bell peppers, distilled vinegar, and garlic. So this one has like the brightest colors. I've been sitting in my office. I'm gonna put up a picture, but like, man, look at that. It's like a really bright orange color. Okay, it has a distinct smell from the others. I smell a little bit of the mandarin. I do get a little bit of a vinegar nose on it, and I'm not really smelling the Hobbs. And maybe a little funk, a little fermented funk. Yeah, pretty mild too. Pours out again, wide mouth. There's nice chunks in this, so Ouroboros has not strained the product as much, so there are chunks of chili. There's not a lot of seeds, but there's a little bit of seeds. There's pulp. It's nice. So I'm gonna grab that. Okay. A little more quickly, there's heat on the nose of that one. Definitely more like a habanero sauce where it hits you pretty quick. Good flavor. I like the sweet and the tang that citrus is bringing. I would definitely keep eating that. The heat's a little more up front, and the habanero flavor is more habanero, but it blends really well. That mandarin gives you a bright acidity and a little sweetness, I would say. Oh, I can get a little throat. I'm getting me in the throat. So that's the first sauce that got me in the throat, and I can feel it building. So I think that between these two that are both 4s on their scale, I think, at least in my tasting here, the Dawn State Mandarin Hab is like a little bit hotter. It's a great color. And so if I wanted to go for a hot sauce and zing myself, I'd reach for this one first. Overall, I would say these are great. They're not strained a whole lot. You got a lot of pulp, some seed in there. You can see little chunks of stuff floating in there. For fermented hot sauce, there's not a whole lot of funk, a little bit there. And for the most part, the acidity is well balanced and some good flavors are brought out. I am a fan.